All right, man. Hey, Montana, man. It's been a couple months since we've seen you, man. How you been, man? Living good?
I've been blessed, man. You know, the devil always, he knocks sometime,
Always.
so it's always good to be, try to be prepared,
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So you just had a show in Pittsburgh tonight at Foxtail.
Yeah.
Kind of a grand finale show at Foxtail. They're closing down.
Yeah, I heard they said they went out with a bang with me going last. Yeah, they were super lit in there, man. I love my crowd. I always got, mixed crowd and stuff like that. But, man, I had some Amish people in the crowd today. Yeah, it's crazy. I see them in there with their hats and stuff. So I never seen that in no show ever before. So shout out to the Amish people and shout out to Pittsburgh, man.
Hey, man, you know what? Pittsburgh's a melting pot, man. You never know what you're going to see.
That's what's up, man.
Here, bro.
Yeah, what's up, man.
So you did the show tonight. What do the fans have to look forward to? Is there a tour? Is there anything else in store?
Yeah, definitely got a tour. I go on tour July 14th.
Cool.
I start until sometime in the middle of like August. But I'm starting. My first show is right outside of Chicago in Joliet, Illinois. So that's basically home. So everybody home can come to that show. We're gonna start off with there, and it'll mainly be on the East Coast. But I think I touch down. I go to Atlanta sometime doing that tour too. So all my fans that's down in Atlanta, they always be asking when I'm coming back. So
man. The A is
I'll
crazy.
definitely be down there. But yeah, I'm super excited about the tour. We, promoting and stuff like that. I'm dropping a ton of new music before then. Some projects off of, I'm dropping some remixes, of course. Got some remixes in my chamber.
You know you're the GOAT for that, right?
Yes.
You're the GOAT with the remix.
For sure. I'm dropping some remixes. I'm dropping a couple singles just as a solo artist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm dropping some singles off of me and No Fatigues project. We got some heat. We probably like 95% done with our album.
I was just about to ask you about No Fatigue, man.
And shout out to my boy No Fatigue too. And me and Tally, we gonna drop our album too, probably after tour, maybe like August or September. So I'm trying to drop me and Fatigue's album probably before we go on tour.
Yep.
And then me and Tally's will drop right afterwards. And me and Tally's album is called Guns N' Roses 2. I don't know if y'all heard the first Guns N' Roses, but if you haven't, go check it out.
Better go check it out.
A lot of bangers on there. But yeah, I got a ton of music coming for the fans. I'm finna really flood, the internet again and stuff like that, and just get stuff rolling for the tour and just, feed my fans and stuff like that.
Single coming up, a date or something.
Man,
I
got 2 singles that's coming up that I'm super excited about, man. And I'm gonna shoot them at the beginning of next month, and I'm gonna drop them. I plan on dropping them that same month too.
Hell yeah, bro.
So I'm trying to make this promise and stick to my word. I'm gonna drop these singles in May.
Y'all heard it in May.
So
y'all heard it.
And y'all know I like May 20th, so I think that sounds pretty good.
That's a great date.
But the 2 singles, one of them is called I'm a Dog, and then the other one is called Kanye Crazy.
Hell yeah.
And 2 different kind of songs, but they both really showcase my versatility. And one of them I feel like is the best song I've ever made.
Which one might that be?
I'm a Dog.
I'm a Dog?
Yeah. I think that's the best song I've ever made. Like as far as what a song is, or it's supposed to be, some people don't like when I just destroy a beat. You know what I'm saying? It's like I done heard people complain about that before. Like, oh,
why would
you're overkilling. And I'm like, that's like somebody.
That's the point.
That's like LeBron James just dropped 80 points, and you're not finna go watch the highlights because he was destroying them every play. It's like, I don't want to see that. It's like, well, how often do you see that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's what's making it, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like that. So I don't do every song like that. Like, yes, y'all know I can go every bar back to back to back.
100%.
And then sometimes if I say something that seems plain, I try to make sure it's something that's heavy. Like, really just take it for what it is.
Yeah. And,
let it be that or something to really think about, like, damn, that's just facts or just, reality, or damn, I never thought of it that way type of shit,
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's just, it has a lot of elements of hip-hop in it. That song, I'm a Dog. And I play it all the time in the car and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people will be able to just relate to it and stuff like that. And turn
that's
up.
how you know you like it, too.
Feel fine, yeah.
Because if you're playing your own stuff in the car, man,
exactly.
like, I gotta, even if you're by yourself, but if you're with your boys, it's like, I gotta play this for them.
There's certain songs I'll be feeling like, man, I can't wait till the world hear this.
Yeah.
And the ones that was like really, really like that the most was like Ice Cream Truck, Wife and You. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is like one of those, that category. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for everybody that doesn't know, those 2 songs, Ice Cream Truck and Wife and You, that he just named, those are absolute classic Montana of 300
Right.
bangers. Like those are like his. He does that on every show. Like those are on his set list. Like those are the hits, man.
Yeah, those are my 2 top selling original songs. You know, of course, I got a crazy amount of remixes, but you know, as far as you know, my own beat and stuff like that, "The Wife and You" is definitely number 1. You know, yeah. So
my favorite is Chirac. I know a lot of people say that.
Yeah, but and you know, just being versatile, you got
Yeah.
people that come out to my shows. It's some dudes in the crowd that they came here for Chirac. You got some women that came for Wife and You know. So it's like
when we saw you in Chicago, you had people going absolutely crazy, losing their mind in the front row to play Chirac.
Right, yeah.
And I think you did it last in Chicago. And dude, these people lost their mind. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen because they knew they were in the presence of like an absolute legend. They knew they were watching greatness happen like right in front of their face.
Right.
Like it was really cool for us to see and be a part of. And, you know, we're just really excited. I'm sure just like everybody else is to get some new Montana.
Right, it's on the way,
put
man.
in the playlist.
I've already been shooting. I got a couple in the holster now, a couple videos that I'm finna be releasing over these next 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, man. And also another thing I wanted to touch on was, you know, the last time that you were on here, whenever we came out and saw you, you know, you were really, you know, speaking a whole lot of knowledge to everybody, you know, the youth. I was just wondering, you know, if there's anything you wanted to say to anybody out there or the fans or anybody, you know, to kind of spread a message of, you know, whatever you'd like to, you know, just kind of give you the microphone to kind of say, you know, whatever you feel like saying right now.
I think something I do want to say to people is that you know, try to see yourself in everybody. You know, like, and what I mean by that is like, even if it's somebody that you might not agree with, you know, or is doing something to piss you off or get under your skin, or, you know, like, you know, sometimes like we might, I don't know if y'all got kids or you got kids or anything like that, but sometimes you might see a sibling, you know, and they might fuck up or do something bad, you know, facing jail time, anything. And we see ourselves in them because we feel connected. That's my brother. You know, that's my son. Or that's my dad. You know, we know the connection, so we feel differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give him that much time, or he shouldn't, or that's too foul, or give him another chance, you know, things like that. So, but when it's somebody else that we don't feel connected with, we, you know, throw them under the jail, you know, burn them, hang them, all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's like a lot of people just fail to realize that, you know, we all connected. And that's like the biggest message I think people need to see is that we all connected, you know? I had an interview on with Adam 22, and he had asked me about a rapper that dissed me, and I was like, you know, I'm not worried about that rapper. I'm like, that's my brother. He just don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's the, you know, to me, those are the type of things that will make God proud. Like, let's say you believe in God, but you don't really have any way to repay him. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you could do, like if I die and I leave, the best thing you could do is, you know, respect my son. You know, look out for him.
Sure.
Help him out when you see he needs help. You know what I'm saying? Help him up when you see he's failed. You know what I'm saying? If you do right by my kids, that's enough, you know what I'm saying?
That's enough payment back to you.
Exactly. So it's like we don't look at each other like that. You know, it's like people will have all these different beliefs and religions and be like, yeah, but we do agree we're all God's children. It's like, okay, if you truly believe that, you know, then erase that petty post you finna text or send out to get under somebody else's skin. You know what I'm saying? If you really believe that, it's like, how could I come to your door and say, hey, could you give me the strength to kill your other son? It's like, what type of father do I think you are? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, could you, you know, two nations finna go to war and you both pray to God to help me kill your other's kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who told you I work that way? You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Exactly. You know, so even with like, you know, you have 2 boxers in the ring. You know, Javante just fought Ryan. You know, beat
shout
Ryan.
Out to Tank, man.
Yeah, shout out to
that
him.
liver shot.
And
crazy.
it's like, you know, they both probably prayed to God
100%
before they, you know, went out there. And it's like, but it's like at that time we asking God to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? And I think I don't think God like picks a side. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree,
It's just kind of like, you know, I gave y'all both equal opportunity to train. You know, now do it. You know, so
whoever
it's like
was the strongest just prevailed.
Exactly. Whoever trained the most and was the smartest, you know, using your mind, using your tools, things like that, which all life really comes down to anyway, you know. But I think a lot of people too, like I want to say this. If you really, truly believe in God, check up on him sometime, you know, because nobody checks up on God. Like, what do we call people that only call us when they want something? We call them phony, you know, and I got
Opportunists.
rap lines that, you know, say, you only pray to God when you want something, so your bond is weak. I pray to tell him thank you just for blessing me beyond belief, you know? And it's like, I got another song with Ray Vaughn on my album, my Rap God album called Proud of My Pain. And it's another line on there when I say, don't only pray to God when you feel like you're finna lose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time that's what people do. The police get behind them and say, oh my fucking God. You wanna talk to God. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, my baby is shot. It's like, now you wanna talk to God. You know what I'm saying? You finna go into this fight. You don't know if you're finna win. Now you wanna talk to God because you feel like you might lose.
Might
you know
be
what I'm saying?
scared. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, we could sit down in the I could sit down in the basement, a man cave or anything, and I could feel like, hey, I want a glass of water out of the refrigerator. Am I gonna get up and go upstairs and go get it? Or am I gonna sit here and pray for it to float down here to me,
Right.
pour? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we don't look and ask for God for things that we think is easy to us.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I could be a professional boxer and you're an average Joe talking crazy. You don't even know who I am.
Right.
Let's go step outside. I know you're not trained. I know I'm finna knock your head off, so I don't pray about it.
Right.
But when I pray against a trained fighter like me, when I'm finna fight a trained fighter like me, I pray. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
Because I don't think it's gonna be easy.
Right.
And that's how people treat God. I'm not gonna talk to you when life is going smooth and I think it's easy. But when I feel like, oh, I got something to worry about, or it might be hard, or it might, it might require more energy or strength or time or thinking than what I want to put forth, maybe I should talk to him at this time, you know, and that's not real.
And Conor McGregor has a really good quote. He said, you know, it's difficult to wake up and go attack every day when you're waking up on satin sheets like you were when you were broke. And, you know, that's a big quote that stuck with me. And it kind of relates back to, you know, what you just said. And, you know, people don't pray for themselves when they're winning. They pray for themselves when they're losing. Because it's easy to get misconstrued with the wins and think that everything's great until the wins go away. And then when the losses start
God,
to
why
come
is this
into your
happening to
face.
me?
Exactly. And you're like, please help me. And it's like, well, you know.
Why didn't you say why me when everything was kept happening good for you?
Exactly. And, you know, that's actually really cool that, you know, you touched on that because I feel like a lot of people, not just in America, just around the world, needed to hear that.
Right.
Because I feel like nowadays a lot of people are down on themselves and a lot of people, you know, kind of need a little bit of positive motivation and just a little bit of push.
Facts.
To kind of achieve what their true goals are and you know, realize what their worth is.
Right.
And, you know, I just wanted to thank you for, you know, telling us that and me that as well, because, you know, I feel like everybody needed to hear that a little bit.
So basically to wrap up what I said, you know, like I said, you know, pray more often. Don't always pray just to ask for something. You know, check up on God, you know, if you truly believe in him or it or her or whatever, you know, but that and just do right by his kids.
100%.
You know, do right by your brothers and sisters, you know. It's okay to go up to a stranger. My right hand to God. We stopped at a gas station today, and I saw Popeyes, and I saw a guy in there with his head down in his phone. You know, he looked like he probably was in his like late 40s. You know, it was just him sitting there. I guess he was waiting on his food, and you know, I walked over to him, and he put his head up. You know, I just fist bumped him, and I told him I love him. You know, and he was like, you know, love you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen his face like this when I walked up, and then when I told him that, it was kind of like so surprising. You know, for him. It's like you never know who really needs to hear that. But when you see that we all connected, it's like, man, that's my brother sitting in that booth. That's my brother, or that's my brother. Like, it's all this race shit. It's like, it's one race.
Right.
The human race. You know
we
what
all
I'm saying?
come
It's
from
like,
the same place.
So it's like,
you
know, it's like, it don't got to be all. I only do the black man like that. No, I do the white man like that too. Hey, it's like, damn. He probably never in his life had a black man come to him and say that. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa for another black man. He probably never had another, you know, it's like, be that. Nothing is wrong with that. That doesn't take away from you at all. You know, you never know how many people, you know, are going through life without nobody to tell them, hey, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I see you. You know what I'm saying? And then, man, you know, this life could be tough for certain people. So, you know, just do right, you know, by your brothers and sisters. That's all I'm going to say.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, we all are brothers and sisters.
For sure,
We're all human beings.
For sure.
You know, we all came from a mother, and you know, we're all doing this life thing together on the same ball and in space. So
for sure,
you know, might as well just do it together instead of doing it separated.
And I talk about certain stuff like this sometimes too in the middle of my concerts.
Yeah.
You know, just
we saw you in Chicago
gems.
talking about it, you know, putting you know, the audience, giving them some knowledge.
Yeah, just put them on gems here and there. Yeah. But man, it's, you know, it's a blessing just to be above earth. You know,
it really is. Every day
talk to you again, all of that, man. Nothing is, you know, no moment is bigger than another moment. You know, just how much you cherish them all.
And I'm sure you can relate to this. You know, like for me, for example, when people ask me, you know, how you doing? I never say good or bad. I'm like, hey, it's another day breathing. It's another day on the right side of the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm just happy to be here and grateful to be here every day. You know, I'm sure you could kind of relate to that too.
Right, yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, it's another day living, man. You know, there's people that got it way worse than we do.
You got it 10 times worse.
Yeah, man, you know, so let everybody know that, hey, you know, it is okay. You know, I'm going to show the shirt real quick
Let's get it, man.
On the camera. My boys at Grapevine, shout out to Sean and everybody. We made this for Montana. This shirt is dumb hard, bro.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So,
super tough.
You know, who knows? This might be a tour shirt coming soon for the
man.
Montana tour, man.
I fuck with it.
You know, so I'm cool to wrap it up if you are, bro.
That's all good.
Hey,
I'll be back.
My name's Big Rig. That's Montana 300. Round 3 coming sometime soon. This is The Vault, and we out.
Peace.